It's just another ordinary morning. I was waiting for Coco on her street. I was going to tell her how I felt. I had practiced it over and over the night before. I had picked out the best way to express my feelings. But now I was so nervous I couldn't even remember the lines I'd rehearsed. I feel like my heart is going to fall out of my mouth. How would that even happen? If that really happened, though, I'd be rushed to hospital, and they'd be like, how the fuck did that happen? Speaking of which, where on earth is Coco? She usually be passing this way around now. Was my internal clock just running fast, or maybe very slow? I wonder if this is what it feels like when waiting for a job interview. Waiting in general, really. I mean, you ever had an appointment anywhere, and just waiting room, and just looking at a time, it's like, feels like 5 hours have passed, but it's only 5 minutes.
Yoshiyuki, 面接受けるの?
Say what? Coco, when did you get here?
今だけど.
What? When did she show up? I didn't see her at all.
それより何してるの? 電柱と一体化しそうなぐらいくっついてるけど、傍から見てたら不気味だよ.
Who's a stalker?
Yoshiyuki.
No. I couldn't tell her how I felt, not when we were chatting as usual. Should I try again tomorrow? Or do I need to pick a different setting? There must be some way I can get my feelings across more naturally.
私、先に行くよ.
What? Oh? Coco started walking away. Obviously she didn't know what I'd been planning to say, but still. That's pretty cold! How's this the weather? Well, that was a total failure. What should I do now?
悩めるはコードよ.
Well, you scared me!
私に相談するがよいぞ.
What? Nanaka, what are you doing down here with me?
この方が喋りやすいから.
I see.
何なんか思い切り悩んでるみたいだけど.
Did he fall over or something? I don't remember it saying anything about him falling over. Don't act so happy about it.
前も言ったけど、私でよかったら相談に乗るよ.
That's what she says, but it still felt weird to ask for love advice after I rejected her.
私のことだったら心配しないでね. それより悩んでいつもの吉行くんじゃない方が気になるよ.
That makes sense. I haven't felt like myself these days either. But it feels wrong to ask you for advice about love.
任せて。私そういうの得意だから.
It's not about being good at it. Maybe if I could hold back about the objective of my affections. Then, well, if you're okay with it.
それじゃあ、今日のお昼になんてどう?
Okay, we can talk while we eat.
ありだよ.
But
絶対あり.
not while doing both at the same time, just like, close your mouth when you're eating, Yoshiyuki.
じゃあさ、お昼休み、邪魔が入らないようにさ、外のお店でランチしない?
You mean that you want to sneak out of school? She nodded vigorously at me. Are we allowed to do that?
大丈夫だって。私何度もやったことあるし.
Really? I guess we'll be okay as long as we're back before the start of class.
そういうこと.
Okay, see you at lunch then.
やったー! 吉行くんのおごりだ!
What? I guess that's okay. I guess I'd consider it a consolation fee. But are you sure you're okay with this?
いいって。遠慮しないでよ.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
了解.
She snapped to attention and saluted me. I was starting to realize what a wonderful person she was. The lunchtime bell rang, but I hadn't finished copying the notes from the blackboard.
Yoshiyuki! 飯どうする?
I need to get this written down first.
ここんとこ全然授業に身が入ってなかったもんな.
Pay attention, you fucking idiot. Man, I haven't used that voice in quite some time. It tickles the throat, that does. It's, you have all the times for it, too.
こんな時に
Nothing, it's fine. I'm going to eat out today.
そっか。じゃ
I stole a look at Coco's desk. She was surrounded by Connie and the gang. It looked like she'd been having lunch in the cafeteria today. Coco looked at me for a moment, but I was so focused on copying my notes that she didn't even try to call out. Sorry, Coco. Give me just a little longer and I'll be able to tell you my feelings. While I was thinking about it now, 5 minutes passed. Great job, dunce. Sorry, Nanaka. I'm running late. I can't believe it took me 10 minutes to copy all that. Nanaka must be waiting for me. I felt bad after I'd asked her for help. There was nothing else to do. I'd probably have to treat her to dessert. And maybe take her for karaoke too. Huh? An ambulance? The siren's wail was getting louder. What? The ambulance came to a stop in front of the school? I want to put a cliffhanger here, but I don't know. I'm curious as to what's going on here. I bolted from the entranceway as fast as I could. I had a bad feeling about this. It could be a cliffhanger or... Nah, just check it out. Move out of the way. We need to get past. There was a big crowd up by the gate. I saw something large in front of it. A car? It looked like a car had skidded off the road and smashed into the school gate. Both the car and gate were crushed. An accident. The driver probably made a mistake and crashed into the gate. The gate? Oh no! Where's Nanaka? Where was she? She'd been waiting for me in front of the gate. Had a bad feeling in my guts. Was she involved in the accident? Nanaka! Nanaka! I cut through the crowd searching for her. I prayed I would find her in the crowd of onlookers. Nanaka! Why did that car smash into the gate? Dunno, sure made a noise though. Maybe the driver wasn't paying attention. It's scary. I heard students' voices from all directions. Nanaka! Hey, isn't that Shirakawa-san? Oh my god! I stopped in my tracks as I heard the words. 2 paramedics were carrying a stretcher into the ambulance. A girl in a school uniform lay on it. Nanaka? There was no mistaking it, that was Nanaka's hairstyle. I stood there not knowing what to do. She was standing by the gate when it happened. What? Why was she standing there? Maybe she was meeting someone there. What if she's seriously injured? Each word was like a knife in my heart. Oh man, it's one of those type of situations where he's going to take the full brunt of the blame for it, isn't he? He's going to feel the guilt big time. And Naka. The ambulance started to drive off and the siren's wail became faint. I couldn't do anything but stare at the ambulance as it drove away. It's my fault. Yep, there we go. Nanaka was injured because I was late. It's my fault. It's my fault. Shit. Why do I always have to do this? I always make things awful for everyone. I'm stupid and scatterbrained and I never think ahead. Shit. Are you Sakurai-kun? Yes. As I turned around, I saw a nice-looking man and woman standing behind me. Hello. We're Nanaka's parents. Ah. I bowed deeply to them. I heard you came here right away. Thank you. Would you like to speak to Nanaka? Nanaka-san, is she okay? Yes. I felt relieved to hear that, but it didn't change the fact that it was my fault. Nanaka's parents escorted me into the room. Nanaka.
見て見て、手と足ギプスでロボットみたいでしょ。
Nanaka had bandages wrapped all around her right hand and left leg. She also had bandages wrapped around her head and a plaster on her face. Is it bad?
ううん。右手と左足はちょっとだけ大変みたい。でも、それ以外は軽い打撲とかすり傷だって。あの事故でよくそれだけで済んだってお医者さんも笑ってたよ。
Oh.
でもってやっぱちょっと入院みたい。学校サボれてラッキーなんちゃって。
I'm sorry, Nanaka. It was my fault. If I'd been there on time, you wouldn't have been in this accident.
よしゆきくん、頭上げてよ。
No, it's my fault. I'm so sorry. It's all because I asked you for advice.
違うよ、よしゆきくん。よしゆきくんのせいじゃないよ。たまたま運が悪かっただけだって。
I'm so sorry.
ああ、もう。ね、そんなに自分を責めないでよ。参ったな。
She was so kind to smile at me even through all the pain. But I couldn't stop blaming myself. I know this is an important scene and all, but can't get over the fact that it's so easy to get copyrighted brands and all that. How they can so easily just change it like this. Zony. It's just that always happens, isn't it? It's just well, we can't put it as Sony because that's an actual company, so we'll just change one letter to Z. Zony. And it works.
本当に心配したんだからね。大丈夫、大丈夫。
それにしてもよくその程度で済んだよ、ほんと。
私ってばこういう運だけはいいみたいだね。
Coco and Wataru came to see Nanaka after school was over. Nanaka's homeroom teacher also came to check on her, but he had left a few minutes earlier. Sakura-san would also be stopping by later.
ところでよしゆき、先生怒ってたぞ。授業サボって白川の病院に行ったって。野じ馬根性丸出しだな。
Well, it was my fault.
どういうこと？もうよしゆきくん、違うって言ってるのに。
I asked her out for lunch, but I had to finish copying the notes, so she got stuck there waiting for me. That's why this happened. If only I'd been on time.
そうだったの。まあ、でもなんて言ったって突っ込んできた車が悪いよ。なあ、白川。
そうだよ。誰もこんなこと予想できないじゃん。
そうそう。
It's not just that. This scraps our chances of appearing on-air Coliseum.
そうだよ。ごめん。しばらく入院なんだ。だから出られないっていうか。
The room went silent. Everyone had been so excited about being on the show. But then I shattered everyone's dream. I couldn't regret it enough. I'm so sorry.
仕方ないって。つうかさ、これが最後ってわけじゃないじゃん、オンコロ。
そうだよ。またエントリーしよう。ごめんね。
Don't apologize, Nanaka. This is my fault. He's going to be saying that a lot. I knew I couldn't change what happened, but I could at least accept the blame. Maybe I was the only one it would make feel better, but...
あのね、よしゆきくん。
I'll take care of you, Nanaka. I'm the reason you're in the hospital. I should be the one to take care of you while you're here. But you're not a doctor, Yoshiyuki.
そうなのか?
Yeah.
いいよ、そんなこと。看護師さんにしてもらうから。あと、ママも来るし。
I want to take care of you, please.
義行くん。面倒見てもらいなよ、ナナカ。
You know, it's moments like these in routes where you just like feel like, is this Coco's route or Nanaka's route now?
おい、月島。
It's like with Anzu's route, it's like, when it started focusing on Sakura, it's just like, is this really Anzu's route? Then suddenly just like changes. It's just like, that was an awkward way of changing.
ねえ、ちょっとみんな待って。
Please, Nanaka. Everyone kept begging her until Nanaka finally agreed. It was the least that I could do, after all. This is not the time for me to think about confessing my love for Coco. I need to do my best so that Nanaka will get better as soon as possible. How are we for time? 2 parts, I'd say out of that. Let's continue a little longer, maybe. Good morning, Sakura-san. Nobody was home. Was she at school already? Or did she go to the hospital to visit Nanaka? Huh? I saw a letter on the table, that familiar letter. It's from Sakura-san. What could it be?
しばらく留守にします。ちゃんとご飯食べて学校に行くんだよ。さくら。
She's going to be gone for a while again, huh? Again? Where the hell does she keep going? Of course, don't answer that. We will find out eventually. But it still boggles my mind trying to think what the hell she could potentially be doing in that time. And I just know that I will not be able to figure it out until we actually get to that point. Something must have come up. I never know what Sakura-san is up to. She never gives me any details of what she does. I try not to stick my nose into her business. She's making some satanic ritual at the cherry tree. Now that'd be a twist. I guess I need to get going. Huh. It was another cold day. I wondered if Nanaka was up yet. She had told me the hospital served good food, which is quite rare. Maybe she would be eating breakfast. Oh, Coco. Wow. Coco was standing alone outside my door. Her nose was red from the cold. She usually walked to school with Nanaka, but now Nanaka wasn't there. I took my place beside her and we silently began to walk. It's cold. No shit. On any other morning, seeing her would have set my heart racing. I'd resolved to tell her how I felt. I still loved Coco. That hadn't changed, but... Yeah, but after what happened to Nanaka, how could I talk to Coco about love? She wouldn't want to hear that either. Still, if only I'd gotten there on time. So now it's a different type of feeling in the heart now, isn't it? The one where it's just like, I'm in love, butterflies. Now it's, oh God, guilt. What have I done? If I was there, it wouldn't have happened. Why? Why? Two entirely different feelings, but have that same kind of bleh feeling in... It just like has an effect. It's weird. What? My heart was crushed, but not in a loving embrace kind of way. Was I hurting Nanaka by blaming myself? That's the thing, isn't it? With these kind of things, constant apologizing, but the other person doesn't want you to be that way. So it just like, it's just, I don't know how to describe it really. What was I supposed to do? Coco. She seemed so sad as she smiled at me. I see. Coco was right. Acting depressed around Nanaka would just upset her. I had to try and act normal. Got it, I'll be as normal as I can. So, up to denseness then, I suppose? Thank you for your advice, Coco.
頑張って。
Just hearing her say that set my heart at ease. And the music became upbeat as a result. I was eating lunch with the usual suspects. We moved our desks together and opened our lunchboxes.
それにしても驚いたよね。学校の前で事故なんて。白川さん、元気だった？
She was fine, but they don't want her moving for a bit.
足と右手だっけ怪我したの。
Yeah.
非公式新聞部独自の調べによれば、車を運転していた男は飲酒でも何でもなかったのだそうだ。
じゃあやっぱ脇見運転？携帯電話でメール打ちながらとか？
いや、そういうわけでもないらしい。
Suganami shook his head meaningfully.
突然ハンドルを取られたって証言してるみたいね。
なんだそれ。
Did it slip?
原因がはっきりしないそうよ。やだー、不気味。
Its car was possessed by plot!
こういう事故、ここのところ増えてるわね。
She was right. Stories of unexplainable accidents had been dominating the newspapers and TV bulletins lately. Such incidents have been increased rapidly ever since New Year's. I would say I wonder why in that kind of sarcastic way, but I don't know why yet. It's like that unexplainable phenomenon of this game. The cherry tree, that's all I've got. That's obviously of more importance than the characters have been like thinking. Just like whenever the trees would die, it always seemed that would be followed by an escalation in difference with the characters, like Anzu with her one and all that. It always had some importance, so I still don't quite understand what it all means and what's causing it all, but the damn tree and Sakura's disappearance are connected and have something to do with it, in some way, I imagine. Fortunately, none of them have been fatal so far. I just hope nothing too serious would happen.
不明大いに結構調べがいがありそうな事件だな。
ココちゃんも気をつけてね。ココちゃん、おーい。
あれは今の話全然聞いてなかったな。
話？ごめんなさい、ぼーっとしてて。
She smiled deliberately and started eating her food. Had enough to worry about with Nanaka, but Coco had been acting strangely too. She had taken to sighing a lot and spacing out for long periods of time. Did something happen to you, Coco?
別に何も。まあ、いろいろあるのよ。若いからね。
俺たちと同じ年だって。
渡るくんは別に悩みとかないよね。
んなことねえよ。俺にだって悩みくらいあるよ。なあ、ヨシユキ。
He was right. Wataru had exactly the same problem I did. I was focused on Nanaka for now, but Wataru and I were both in love with Coco. He's right, I have problems too.
白川さんのことで。
That really hurts. There is that, but there's a lot of other stuff too.
そうなのか。そんなに悩んでいるのか。和光だよ。
What?
今、非公式新聞部に入部すれば、その悩み、立ちどころに消す。
This is delicious.
勝手に卵焼き取らないでよ。
Did that really just go from him just acting in his usual way to just like completely being ignored there?
ほんじゃあ、俺はこのハンバーグを。
ダメ、それはメインだから。誰も も聞いてないの。
そういうのありです。
Suganami muttered with a sad face. Sugami ain't get his recognition he deserves for being, I don't even know what the hell he does, really. He's always mysterious and we never really know what the hell he's doing all the time. This class is so boring. Being sleep deprived doesn't help things at all. But I had to try and focus. But I'll focus next time, cause, I've got to catch a bus in about 10 minutes going to the gym today. It's quite weird going to the gym nowadays, because I'd never actually gone to the gym in the past. It's nice to, like, you know, exercise and all, but the equipment is pretty awkward, some of it, isn't it? But I want to end this, recording playing something that fits Yoshiyuki's obsession with Coco. So, if we could, let's see here. Let's have the music down a bit here. It's just like my guitar freaking teacher said yesterday for that lesson. When it comes to recording, you're more likely to screw up, but that song totally does fit the obsession between each other and all that, but neither of them realize it because they're both kind of dense. So anyways, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.